It is third period. Your teacher asks a question, and you immediately know the answer. Your brain connects the dots perfectly. But as you think about raising your hand, your heart rate spikes. You start second-guessing yourself. You think, what if I'm wrong? What if my voice cracks? What will the people sitting behind me think? So you stay quiet. A few seconds later, the person next to you gives the exact same answer you had in your head. The teacher praises them, and you're left sitting there, frustrated, wondering why you couldn't just raise your hand. We look around at the people who speak up in class, the ones who effortlessly make new friends, or the students who confidently try out a new club or sport, and we assume they possess a superpower we were denied at birth. We think they're fundamentally different. But science tells us something entirely different. Confidence is not a personality trait encoded in your DNA, and it is definitely not something you get by standing in front of a mirror and reciting positive affirmations. Today, we're dismantling the illusion of natural-born confidence. We're going to break down the psychology of self-trust and explore why your brain resists it, and give you practical, evidence-based blueprint to start building genuine confidence from the ground up. Welcome back to episode 5 of Progress Over Perfect. This is your space for organizing your life, leveling up your daily routines, and managing your stress with realistic science-backed strategies. We do not do toxic hustle culture here, and we definitely do not do empty motivational speeches. We deal in reality. In episode 4, we tackled the procrastination loop and how to break bad habits by manipulating friction in your environment. Today, we're taking those same principles of behavioral psychology and applying them to how you view yourself. Today, we are tackling confidence. Why do so many capable teenagers struggle with it? How does the constant digital noise of social media distort our self-perception? And most importantly, how do you actually get confident when you currently feel insecure? Grab a notebook, because today, we're turning confidence from a mysterious feeling into a measurable habit. To build confidence, we first need to define what it actually is, because society gets this wrong all the time. According to the American Psychological Association, or the APA, what we call confidence is deeply tied to a psychological concept called self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is not about believing you're the best at something. It is the fundamental belief in your own capacity to execute behaviors, navigate challenges, and handle whatever outcome happens. In simpler terms, confidence is not walking into a room thinking, everyone here is gonna like me. Confidence is walking into a room thinking, I'll be perfectly fine even if they don't. Because confidence is so misunderstood, many teenagers confuse it with arrogance. They avoid acting confident because they do not want to seem stuck up or full of themselves. Arrogance is loud because it's trying to hide insecurity. True confidence is quiet because it does not need to prove anything to anyone else. It only needs to prove things to itself. If confidence is just trusting yourself to handle situations, where does that trust come from? It comes from evidence. A lot of popular self-help advice tells teenagers to just believe in yourself. But the human brain is highly logical. It requires proof. If you've spent the last 3 years avoiding anything outside your comfort zone, your brain has no neurological evidence that you can handle new challenges. You cannot outthink a lack of action. Confidence is the direct byproduct of competence. When you take action, you develop competence, which is the ability to do something successfully. When you realize you are competent, you're developing confidence. In his best-selling book, Atomic Habits, author James Clear explains the concept through behavioral psychology. He writes, your identity emerges out of your habits. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Think about how profound that is. You don't build confidence by changing your thoughts first. You build it by casting votes through your daily habits. Research from Harvard University highlights this exact mechanism, calling it the progress principle. Their studies show that the most effective way to boost inner psychology and self-trust is by experiencing small, personal wins. When you decide to start a new hobby and you show up to practice even when you're bad at it, you're casting a vote for being an adaptable person. When you set a goal to improve your grades and you actually sit down and study for 20 minutes instead of scrolling, you are gathering evidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you deposit a coin into your confidence bank. You tell yourself you're going to wake up at 7 a.m. and you hit snooze until 7:45 a.m., you break a promise to yourself. Do that enough times and your brain stops trusting your own word. The book Atomic Habits argues that true behavior isn't about achieving a specific result, like getting an A or making the varsity team. It's about becoming the type of person who's capable of achieving those things. Confidence comes from your brain learning when you say you'll do something, you'll actually do it. Before we look exactly how to build this evidence, we need to clear the roadblocks. There are several massive myths destroying the confidence of teenagers and students today. Myth number 1 is confidence is something you're born with. No one is born confident. A baby learning to walk falls down hundreds of times, but they don't have the cognitive capacity to feel embarrassed. They're just trying until they build competence to walk. As we get older, we learn to fear judgment, which stops us from trying. As James Clear emphasizes in Atomic Habits, small habits compound over time. Confidence is a slow, compounding interest built through daily repetitions, not a genetic lottery ticket. The second myth is social media reflects reality. According to the National Institute of Health, or the NIH, heavy social media use in adolescence is strongly correlated with lower self-esteem and higher anxiety. Why? Because you're comparing your unfiltered, unedited, behind-the-scenes reality with someone else's carefully curated highlight reel. The influencers you see online are using lighting, angles, and multiple takes to project an image of effortless perfection. It is not real. Measuring your confidence against an algorithm is a game you will always lose. The last myth is positive thinking is all you need. Standing in the mirror repeating, "I am a confident person" will not work if your daily actions prove the opposite. Positive thinking without positive action is just delusion. You cannot hack the system. You have to do the work. So how do we practically do the work? How do you start casting votes for your new identity today? Here are 4 practical science-backed steps. The first one is focus on small wins and the competence loop. Stop trying to completely reinvent your personality overnight. In Atomic Habits, James Clear advises focusing on just getting 1% better each day. Pick one highly specific area to build confidence. If you want to be more socially confident, do not try to become the life of the party by tomorrow. Just make it a goal to introduce yourself to one new person in your homeroom this week. If you want academic confidence, raise your hand to answer one single question you know the answer to. Small habits scale up to massive internal shifts. The second one is optimize your physical foundation. It is incredibly difficult to feel mentally strong when you feel physically terrible. Your physiological state directly impacts your psychological state. According to the Mayo Clinic, a lack of sleep severely impacts emotional regulation and cognitive function. If you're sleeping 4 hours a night, your anxiety will naturally be higher, making confidence much harder to access. The second one is physical care. According to the Cleveland Clinic, regular physical activity releases endorphins that actively improve self-esteem and reduce stress. Your last physiological state is hygiene and style. Taking care of your appearance, practicing good hygiene, and wearing clothes that make you feel good isn't vanity, it's self-respect. When you take the time to present yourself well, you send a subconscious signal to your brain that you are worth taking care of. The third step is to change your relationship with mistakes. According to research out of Stanford University by psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, people with a growth mindset understand that intelligence and abilities can be developed. To build confidence, you must become comfortable looking foolish while you are learning. Making mistakes is not proof that you are incapable. It is the required currency for buying competence. If you join a club or sport and you are the worst player on the team on day 1, that is exactly where you're supposed to be. Embrace the awkwardness of being a beginner. The fourth and final step is to regulate your social media consumption. You need to aggressively protect your mental environment. Unfollow accounts that make you feel like you're falling behind. If an app makes you feel worse about yourself after you close it, set a hard time limit on it or delete it off your home screen entirely. It is time to gather some evidence and start casting votes for your identity. Your challenge for the next 7 days is to execute one small habit that pushes you slightly outside your comfort zone. Do not pick 5 things. Pick 1. Pick an action, execute it, and prove to your brain that you are capable of doing exactly what you set out to do. Thank you for tuning into episode 5 of Progress Over Perfect. Remember, confidence isn't about never being afraid. It's about feeling the fear, acknowledging it, and deciding to take action anyway. If this episode helped you see confidence in a new light, like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might need to hear this today. Stop waiting for the confidence to arrive before you act. Take the action, cast your vote, and the confidence will follow. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.